Hey, what's up, everybody? So, huge breaking news just went down in the NBA this morning. Big trade involving Kawhi Leonard and DeMar DeRozan. Damn. Now, apparently the Spurs and the Raptors have been in talks for quite some time, for the past couple of weeks, and they finally were able to get a deal done, and it goes down this morning. Now, here are the details on the trade. The Raptors, they're getting Kawhi Leonard, as well as Danny Green, veteran shooting guard. He's going to be joining Kawhi Leonard up in Toronto. And the Spurs, they're getting DeMar DeRozan, and they're getting the big man, Jakob, who was the 9th overall pick in 2016. And they're getting a 2019 first-round pick, which is protected between picks 1 through 20. Now, this is crazy because DeMar DeRozan, Kawhi Leonard, especially, are superstar players in the NBA. These are star players, especially Kawhi Leonard. This guy is arguably top 5 talent in the NBA. And neither one of these guys are happy about this at all. There was a source that said that Kawhi Leonard is very upset about this trade. He doesn't want to be in Toronto at all. He is pissed. DeMar DeRozan is definitely pissed. He took to Instagram even to vent. Now, I don't think he's upset about having to play in San Antonio. He seems to be upset more with the franchise of the Raptors. Apparently, he told them he didn't want to be traded. I guess they assured him that he wouldn't. And he feels like they were completely backstabbing him and disloyal to him. Which, come on, man, this is the NBA. This is American sports. You can't depend on loyalty from these franchises. Everyone's got to make the best business decisions for themselves, right? So he feels disrespected. He's very upset. Kawhi Leonard is very upset. So this is just a crazy situation. Now, who do I think won this trade? Who wins this trade? It's got to be the Spurs. In my opinion, I think the Spurs win this trade. Let me tell you why. Because Kawhi Leonard has been a thorn in the Spurs' ass for a very long time. We all know the Spurs they are not used to dealing with drama and inner turmoil. A diva-type player, if you want to call him that. You know, just being talked about in the media. All these weird situations between Leonard, the relationship between him and Pop and the front office. They're not used to this, especially with a talent like Kawhi Leonard. They didn't deal with this with Tim Duncan or Parker or Ginobili or even going back to David Robinson. This is crazy, man. And the Spurs, I think, you know, are just relieved to finally be done with the situation. Now, it does suck that he is one of the most talented players, two-way players in this league, and they just lost him. They couldn't work that out. It couldn't be situated, and now it has come to this. That does suck. But at the very least, I think they are relieved to be done with the whole Kawhi Leonard drama. Now, they're getting DeMar DeRozan, who still has 3 years left on his deal. He's got this coming up season, and then he's got 2 seasons after that, and he's on the books for $83 million. And you know, they like draft picks, so they get a first-round pick. It is protected, and you know the Spurs love foreign players. So Jakob is going to fit right in, and hopefully he could do some great things for San Antonio. But I think San Antonio wins this, and all the risk is for the Raptors, because they got Kawhi Leonard and Danny Green, both of which are going to be free agents after this year. Both guys could be gone. They traded away DeMar DeRozan. They could be left with nothing by the end of this next season. It's a huge risk for them. Now, obviously, they feel like they can convince Kawhi Leonard to stay. And a big reason for that could be the money situation, because they're going to be able to offer Leonard the most money, obviously. They could offer him a 5-year deal worth $190 million. Elsewhere, he could probably get, 4 years, $141 million. So That's something that they do have in their pocket if they're trying to convince Kawhi Leonard to stay. But we all know Kawhi Leonard has his eye on Los Angeles. He wants to go out there, I guess. So I don't know if the Raptors can entice him to stay. But who knows? It could happen. Look at Paul George. Look at Paul George. Who would have thought that he would have stayed in OKC? We all thought he was going out to LA. We all thought that. He stayed in OKC, and he shocked a lot of people. Kawhi Leonard could do the same thing. And if he does, the Raptors, they got a pretty good squad over there. Because going into this year, they're going to have Lowry, they're going to have Danny Green, Kawhi Leonard, Valanciunas, and Ibaka. And in the Eastern Conference, without LeBron James, that's a pretty damn good team. That's top 3 team right there. They're right there with the Boston Celtics and Philadelphia 76ers. I'd say they're a top 3 team. And if they could convince Kawhi Leonard to stay in the Eastern Conference, I don't know, maybe he could dominate the Eastern Conference in the way that LeBron James did. I don't know. Maybe that's what they're going to try to entice him with in trying to stay. But he is very pissed off right now. As of right now, if you're asking me, do I think he'll end up staying in Toronto? I'm going to say no. He's pissed. He wants to go and play in LA. Now the Spurs, I like what they're doing. I like what they're doing. They got DeMar DeRozan. They just drafted Lonnie Walker, the other guard. And, you know, they're going to get back to being, you know, playing the Spurs way of basketball. In that mindset, they don't have that dark cloud hanging over them. They can just get back to doing what they do and build that next team that can compete legitimately in the Western Conference. A stacked Western Conference where other teams are up and coming, like the Phoenix Suns, Timberwolves, you know. So yeah. And now also for the Toronto Raptors, if they do lose Kawhi Leonard, and obviously they don't have DeMar DeRozan, they're gonna have a lot of money, and the next couple of free agencies are pretty good. They're pretty damn good, and they're gonna have some money to throw around at some of these guys. So if at the end of the season Kawhi Leonard decides to take off, they're going to have to win in free agency the next couple of years. Maybe try to go entice Klay Thompson to come out to Toronto. I don't know. But, another thing is, will Kawhi Leonard even play this year? What if he pulls the same kind of crap he did with San Antonio and decides not to even play for the Raptors? He could pull that crap too. So it is a risk for the Raptors. It is absolutely a risk for the Raptors. But we'll see if it works out for them. We'll see. Because, you know, if at the end of the season they are able to convince Kawhi Leonard to stay with them long term, then it does work out. It works out. They get a top 5 talent in the Eastern Conference, which is really damn good. So that's my opinion. That's my take on that. I think the Spurs, as of right now, win this deal. They get that dark cloud of drama that is Kawhi Leonard out of San Antonio. And I want to know your guys' thoughts. Who do you think won this trade? Let me know in the comments section down below. If you're new, go ahead, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell, follow us on all our social medias, and damn, this is crazy.